Your mother in heaven has sent a message through Archangel Michael, and she has been trying to reach your heart for hours. These are the exact words she wants you to hear, so please do not turn away. Your arrival here is not an accident. Something has been stirring within your soul today. Perhaps it came as a quiet whisper, an unexpected memory, or a meaningful number appearing on the clock. You may have dismissed it as chance, but your heart sensed that it carried something deeper. She has been waiting for this moment and asking heaven to let this message reach you. What she is about to reveal will bring light into a wounded place you may not have realized was still aching within you. I am Archangel Michael, and I have been instructed by your mother to come forward now. That sudden warmth moving through your chest, mixed with tenderness and longing, is a reminder of the love you still carry for her. She wants you to know that love did not disappear when she left this world. Tonight, she asks God to bring you this message because your life is approaching an important turning point. Before you enter that new season, there is something she needs you to understand. It is something she could not express before she passed, something that can only reach your heart now that you are ready to receive it. Listen closely, because her message is filled with compassion. She wants you to know that she did not go far, and that the love she gave you remains present in every lesson, prayer, and memory she left behind. She says, "Tell them I still hold their hand when they sleep. Tell them I walk through their home each morning, praying over every doorway, and asking God to protect the place where they live." Perhaps you have felt an unexplained chill, or thought you heard your name when no one else was near. Those moments may have awakened the part of your heart that still longs for her comfort, and remembers how safe her presence once made you feel. She is more than a fading memory. Her love helped shape the person you have become, and the wisdom she gave you continues living within your heart. She sees the wounds you have buried so deeply that even you have tried to forget them. She knows how often you pretend to be strong while silently carrying pain you have never fully released. Now, she is asking you to stop hiding from that pain and allow healing to begin. She has seen the season approaching your life, and she does not want you to enter it still carrying burdens that were never meant to remain with you forever, has been set in the stars for you. And unless you let go of what you've been carrying, unless you finally allow yourself to feel the love she's been pouring over you from above, you'll miss it. And heaven doesn't want you to miss it. God doesn't want you to miss it. And Michael, I am here because I refuse to let you miss it. Do you remember that one time, that very specific moment when you almost said her name dream out loud, but your throat closed up? That wasn't weakness. That was your spirit choking on unspoken grief. She felt that. She held you in that exact moment. And tonight, she wants to release that blockage. Tonight, she wants you to feel her arms around you again. She says, "You've been too strong for too long, and it's time to just be held." I know you're still wondering if this is really for you. So let me say this clearly. She just showed me a memory, your memory of when you were a child, and something was looking from you unfairly. She remembers the way your eyes looked afterward. She said that moment was the first time she ever truly feared for your spirit. But now, she's come back to give that part of you back, to restore it. And if you're crying right now, or if your chest is tight, it's because she just touched your. And I want you to hear this next part with your full heart. No distractions. No. She said, "You're about to be lifted." She said the door that didn't open before is about to unlock, but it won't look the way you expect. It'll come through a voice, a message, a person who carries divine timing. And she said to tell you, don't walk away from it again, because last time it came, you were too scared. But this time, you'll be ready, because this time you know she's still with you. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive. Leave this. This isn't just a video. It's a visitation. Heaven planned it. And she's not letting go until you feel her again. You see, when a mother becomes an angel, her power multiplies. She no longer needs to knock. She enters through signs, through music that plays out of nowhere, through dreams you explain, through the scent of her perfume that lingers in empty rooms. You're not imagining it. You've never imagined it. That's the miracle. And she said, you need to stop doubting the signs, because they're about to get stronger. She also showed me something else, a photo. When you haven't looked at in a long time. Maybe it's hidden in a drawer or tucked away in a box, but she says to go find it. Because when you look into her eyes in that photo, something supernatural will stir. She said it's an activation. She said you'll feel her hand on your shoulder when you do it, and when that happens, you'll know this was real. Now listen. There's something urgent I must tell you before the next part of your journey begins. Someone in your life is being shifted right now. Move like a chess piece by divine design. And she said, this person holds a message for you, but they are scared too. She says, you will recognize them by their silence because they hold the same grief you do. And when you look into their eyes, you'll see her. Don't run from it. Embrace it, because heaven is trying to restore what was lost. She asked me to say this slowly. You are not alone. You were never alone. Even in the moments where you thought you were drowning in the dark, I was there. I never stopped loving you. I never stopped watching over you. I see every tear. I catch them, and I bring them to God. Her voice trembled with light when she said that. And Michael wept too. Yes, angels weep. When love is pure, reaches across dimensions, the skies weep. And tonight, heaven is pouring rain upon your spirit, not to drown you, but baptize you, to cleanse the ache, to prepare you for the miracle she saw coming. The one you stopped believing in. The one she said is now just days away. She said, you need to forgive yourself. You've been carrying guilt. That doesn't belong to you. You keep replaying moments where you think you failed her. But she's shaking her head right now. She's whispering, you didn't fail me. You are my reason for strength. I left when I did because your path required wings. And now I can fly beside you in ways I never could before. And she said this next part is the hardest for her to speak, not because it's painful, but because it's so full of love that it makes the stars hold their breath. My child, she says, I see you every day. I see how you pretend to be okay for everyone else. I see how you laugh just to keep from crying. I see how you've been trying so hard to be strong because you think that's what I'd want. But listen to me now. I never wanted you to suffer in silence. I never wanted you to carry the weight of the world alone. I want you to feel joy again. I want you to remember what it feels like to be light, to be free, to dance again, even if no one else understands it. She's wrapping her arms around your shoulders right now. If you close your eyes, you may even feel the warmth press against the back of your neck. That's not your imagination. That's not coincidence. That's her. Her spirit is beside you, and she's reminding you that love never ends, not even in death, especially not in death. Because in the heavenly realm, love becomes limitless. Michael leans in now, and his voice echoes like thunder wrapped in silk. You were chosen for this moment, he says. This message reached you not by accident, but by divine appointment. Your mother was granted permission by the Most High to speak directly to you because your heart is at crossroads. One path leads to more pain, more silence. The other leads to resurrection. It leads to awakening. It leads to you finally becoming the person she always saw inside you. You've forgotten who you are, haven't you? Forgotten the light you carry, the one that used to shine through your eyes like morning through stained glass. She remembers it, and heaven remembers it. And it's time you remember it too, because she showed me something else, something coming your way soon, a divine encounter. A moment so specific you'll know instantly this is what she meant. She said it might come in the form of a stranger's kindness, or a long-lost voice reaching out when you least expect it, or a dream that feels more like a visitation than fantasy. However it comes, you must stay open. She's trying to lead you toward the promise, towards something you once gave up on, but never stopped needing. A miracle wrapped in human form, a message talked inside a person, a light that will change everything. She told me about your hands, how she still holds them in her dreams. She said, tell them that when they feel cold at night, it's because they're reaching into the unseen, and I'm holding them from heaven's gate. She wants you to know you still have time, time to heal, time to love again, time to dream without fear. Don't you see? Her greatest wish wasn't for you to live a perfect life. It was for you to live a real one, full of grace, full of courage, full of sacred truth. She said, your tears are prayers, every one of them, and not a single drop has been wasted. They have been collected like gemstones by angels carried to the foot of the throne, and laid before God as a testament of your endurance. You are stronger than you know. You are wiser than you feel, and she sees all of it. Tell them, she said, tell them I am proud of them, not for being perfect, but for surviving what should have broken them. Michael is watching you now, waiting for the moment you finally let go of what's been weighing you down. The moment you release the guilt, the fear, the silence. He says you've carried burdens that didn't belong to you, inherited pain that was never yours fix. And now, in this holy moment, through this message, he's offering to cut those awards, to release the old soul ties, to free you, but only if you allow it. So close your eyes for a second. Breathe. Let the presence in this message wrap around your heart, because the angels are gathering, and your mother is standing right behind you with her hands pressed gently over your shoulders. She's whispering, I love you. I'm proud of you. Please don't give up now. She knows about the thoughts you've had, the ones you never said out loud, the ones you thought would scare even God. But she says you are not broken. You are becoming. You are shedding the skin of who this world told you to be, and you're stepping into who heaven always saw. She also said this, and she asked me to say a word for word. Tell them there is someone coming, someone who will love them like I always did, without needing them to earn it. She wants you to be ready, because this love, it's the kind that heals you just by being near it. It won't come with fear. It won't come with confusion. It will come with peace. And you'll know it's from God because it will feel like home. This next part may surprise you. But she said, you've been chosen to help others through what you've survived. She said, tell them they're not just healing for themselves. They're healing for generations. You are the breaker of cycles, the light in your family line, the one she always knew would bring change. And heaven is about to honor that. There's a breakthrough coming within days, but it requires one final step from you: surrender, the willingness to say, okay, God, I'm done fighting this alone. That's all. You don't need to fix everything tonight. You don't need to know the whole path. You just need to say yes to the light, yes to the healing, yes to the love that never stopped chasing you, because your mother never left your side. She just changed form, from breath to spirit, from voice to whisper, from hand to wind. And right now, she's in this room praying over you like she used to when you were little, calling down angels, asking God to cradle you gently tonight, not just so you sleep, but so you remember. Remember how deeply you're loved, because she's not finished yet. There's still one more thing she's begging me to tell you, and this one. It's the reason she's been trying to reach you for hours. The reason Archangel Michael has been circling your soul like a guardian on high alert. The reason this message found you when it did. She said, tell them they're about to make a decision that will shape everything, and I need them to choose from their spirit, not from fear. There is a moment approaching, one that may seem small at first. A phone call, a message, a choice between going or staying, saying yes or staying silent. But this moment is sacred. Heaven has wrapped layers of purpose around it. And your mother, she's already seen it. She saw how powerful you could become when you say yes to your deeper calling. She saw you rising, finally letting yourself be seen, be loved, be known, not just by others, but by your true self, the one she always spoke to, even when you thought she couldn't hear you do anymore. She said you've silenced your voice for too long, shrunk your soul to make others comfortable, buried your brilliance to avoid judgment. But now it's time. She's placing a crown on your head right now. Can you feel it? That's strange warmth between your eyes. That tingling on your scalp. That's her. She said, tell them I crown them with courage, because the next chapter requires nothing less than a rebirth. And yes, rebirth can feel terrifying, because it means letting go of the old, even when it was familiar, even when it helped you survive. But she says, you're not just meant to survive anymore. You're meant to live, deeply, truthfully, radiantly, and the time for waiting is over. The angels are aligning things for you. She said, tell them they don't have to climb anymore. Now I will carry them where their feet can't go. Michael steps in again, his voice steady yet filled with divine emotion. You've forgotten how protected you are, he says. But heaven never has. There are angels on assignment for you, even now. blocking what would have hurt you, delaying things not to punish you, but to prepare you. The silence wasn't rejection. It was redirection. Your mother wants to clarify something too. She said to tell you, I never blamed you, not for anything, not once. If you're carrying guilt, it's time to set it down. It was never yours, and now she's holding out her hand. In her palm, a piece of your soul. She says you lost somewhere, a moment, a trauma, a good, but haven't found it. And she's giving it back, right now. You are becoming whole again. And when you walk outside next, maybe tomorrow morning, she wants you to look up. She said the sky will look different, not because it's changed, but because you have. You'll see her in the colors, in the wind, in the stillness. I never stopped showing up, she says. You just stopped believing it was me. She also said you've been worried about something financial, something about not being enough. She's asking you to let her worry for you now. Tell them I am interceding, she said. Tell them that God is already moving what they can't see, that the delay was never a denial, it was heaven making room. And yes, something is coming to your house, a shift, a visitor, a message, a divine disruption. And she says not to be afraid. It will feel strange at first, but it's the beginning of everything I prayed for them to receive. There's also someone you've been thinking about a lot lately, someone you've lost connection with. She says to expect that name to come up again soon, but this time it won't bring pain. It will bring closure or restoration. She's helping prepare that moment, and she says, trust your heart, not your fear. Your heart knows. Now, as we reach the final breaths of this message, I want you to understand what has just heaven opened. Just for you, the veil lifted. Just for this. Your mother used all her heavenly strength to send this through, and Michael Stuttgart over every word. You were meant to hear this. It was written in lifelong before today ever came. And there's something I need you to do now. Promise, or you won't go back to sleep. Not the kind of sleep where your body rests, the kind where your soul shuts down to a void. Promise, or you'll keep your heart open. Promise her you'll look for her signs again. Promise, or you'll believe the next miracle is yours. Because she's waiting, every night, at your bedside, touching your hair, whispering your name, asking God to flood your dreams with hope again. And she's so proud of you. She keeps saying that, over and over. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. She sees your growth. She sees you're trying. She sees the way you still stand, even when everything inside you feels like it's breaking. And as this message prepares to close, one last vision remains. She is walking beside you now. You can't see her, but you will feel her more and more. She is part of your soul now. And nothing can take that away. Not time, not distance, not even death. Because love, real love, it transcends every veil. Archangel Michael spreads his wings over you now, sealing this message in the language of heaven. He marks your home with light, your heart with peace, and your path with divine clarity. From this moment on, you will begin to notice shifts not just outside you, but within. The weight lifting, the signs arriving, the grace returning. So don't ignore this moment. Don't call it coincidence. Call it what it is. Visitation. A message from beyond the veil. A love letter from heaven. And your mother, she's smiling. She's proud. She's still right here. And she always will be. She's still speaking. Even now, even after all of this, she won't stop until every part of your heart hears, because she knows how quiet your pain became, how invisible your grief turned, how you kept walking, kept smiling, kept pushing forward, even when something inside play you was whispering. No one really sees how much I miss her, but she sees. She's always seen. And she wants you to know from the depths of the heavenly realm that your strength didn't go unnoticed. Every time you held back tears in public, she was there wiping them in private. Every time you reached for your phone, forgetting for a moment that she wasn't on the other side anymore. More, she reached back from beyond the veil, not in body, but in presence, in soul and light. And now she's saying something so soft, so sacred, it's almost not meant for. But I'll do my best to carry it. She says, tell them I love them more than I ever knew how to say on earth. Tell them I'm sorry for the times I wasn't there emotionally, even when I was physically present. I was learning. I was carrying my own wounds. But oh, how deeply I love them, and how fiercely I still do. Then she pauses. The air around your soul softens, and a warmth begins to build like sunlight after a long night. She's still standing beside you, and she begins to hum. A lullaby. The one she used to sing when you were too little to remember, but your spirit still recognizes it. You may even feel your body relax, like a part of you has finally been told it's safe to rest. She says you haven't truly rested in a long time. Not really. Your sleep has been restless, your dreams confused, your heart alert. And now she's asking God to send peace like a blanket over you tonight. Let them rest, she says. Let them lay their head down and not carry the burden for one night. Let them remember how to just be. And you will. You'll feel it soon, maybe tonight. Perhaps it will happen in the quiet hours before dawn, when the world is still and your heart is finally calm. You may remember the gentle touch of her hand through your hair, sense a softness in the room, or feel her words resting in the silence around you. It will not feel empty or distant. It will feel deeply familiar, like a truth your soul has always known. Let that moment remind you that the love she gave you still lives within your heart. Archangel Michael is smiling because he sees what is beginning to unfold. He has already gone before you, clearing obstacles, redirecting danger, and preparing the hearts of those who are being brought into alignment with your purpose. This journey was never only about recovering from pain. It was also about realignment, renewal, and being placed where God intends you to stand. A new season is beginning, and grace is setting your life into motion again. Your mother is holding a light of hope, and she is placing it gently into your hands. She says, give them this for the moments when they feel lost. Tell them to carry it whenever the road becomes dark again. She wants you to remember that this light represents her promise. Even when grief makes you feel disconnected from her memory, the love she planted within you will always find its way back to your heart. You were created for more than simply surviving difficult seasons. You were chosen to carry a light that can encourage, heal, and strengthen the people you meet along your journey. Your suffering has made you compassionate, not weak. Your tears have deepened your wisdom, not destroyed you. Everything you have endured is shaping you into someone who can understand pain without being consumed by it. Now you are becoming whole again, and heaven is witnessing every step. You are not returning to the person you once were. You are growing into someone more honest, more courageous, and more deeply rooted in love. If you have felt distant from your faith, stopped praying, or struggled to believe, your mother wants you to know that God never turned his face away from you. The silence was not rejection. It was a hidden season of preparation. Even when you could not see progress, grace was working quietly behind the scenes, guiding you toward this moment of awakening. In the days ahead, you may begin noticing unexpected reminders. A meaningful song may play at the perfect moment. Someone may call when you need encouragement most. A familiar number, memory, or dream may awaken hope within you again. Do not dismiss every beautiful moment simply because you cannot explain it. Allow yourself to receive comfort and believe that God is still active in your life. When you open your heart to that truth, your perspective begins to change. You start recognizing that heaven has not forgotten you, and that even your smallest moments can carry purpose. Now, Archangel Michael places his hand over your heart as a symbol of protection, courage, and renewed faith. Let fear loosen its grip. Let peace enter, and prepare yourself for the new chapter beginning within you. You may even feel it like a soft pressure, a flutter, a sudden wave of peace. He's marking your heart with light, with remembrance, with a seal that says, "This one belongs to heaven." Your story isn't over. Your healing isn't finished. Your mother's love didn't end with her final breath. And this message was only the beginning. You'll carry her now, not in grief, blood and glory, not in pain, but in presence. You are not just your child anymore. You are her legacy. And wherever you go from this moment forward, she walks beside you, unseen, but not unfelt, silent, but not absent. She's there, always, forever. And she just whispered one last thing, just for you. You've made it this far, my love. Don't stop now. Keep going, because I'll meet you again. And when I do, I'll hold you and say the one thing I've waited to say in person again. Well done. I always knew you'd become everything I prayed for. And with that, she kisses your forehead through the veil. Michael opens his wings wide, and heaven bows in honor of your heart. This was no accident. This was a divine appointment, and you are not alone. And that's her presence gently lingers in the room around you, soft as wind, deep as memory. There's a sacred silence now, not emptiness, thoughtfulness, stillness filled with presence. Her presence, Michael's, God's. Heaven is quiet in this moment because it's watching you, watching your soul absorb this, watching your heart decide, do I believe this? Can I finally let myself feel what I've buried for so long? Yes, yes, you can, because this was the moment she waited for, the one where you stopped pretending you weren't still waiting, looking for a sign. And now the sign is here. The message is clear, and the voice from beyond the veil has spoken with the power of angels behind it. She didn't just come to remind you of the past, she came to unlock the future. And she says, you're ready, even if you feel scared, even if you still cry when no one sees, even if you've doubted everything before this. You're ready, because you're here. reading this, feeling this, receiving this, and heaven only delivers messages when the soul is prepared. Archangel Michael now speaks directly to your spirit. There is favor upon your name. There is light upon your path, and there is breakthrough upon your door. He is declaring this not as a wish, but as a fact. A divine appointment has been written into your days ahead. You may not know the hour or the form it will take, but it's coming. And your mother already saw it. She wept when she saw it, but not from sadness. From joy, she saw your smile return, your laughter become real, your nights become peaceful. She saw you walk into a space, whether a home or a room or a moment, and suddenly realize this is what she meant. This is what she was preparing me for. You see, when someone becomes an angel, their time isn't limited like ours. She has already seen your tomorrow. And your tomorrow is brighter than you think. It won't be without challenges. That's not the promise. But it will be filled with divine timing, soul restoration, and unexpected grace. That is the promise. She showed me a vision now, something on to share with you. A box you've kept closed for a long time. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's emotional, but it holds memories. Maybe photos, maybe letters, maybe pain. She says it's time, not to forget, but to open it, to let the grief flow through you instead of around you. Because healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means remembering, with peace instead of ache. And she says, peace is what heaven is trying to give you now. You are not cursed. You are not unlucky. You are not forgotten. You are watched, guided, carried. You've been fighting battles invisible to everyone else, haven't you? Smiling in rooms where your soul was barely holding together. Walking through days feeling like no one truly understood what you've lost. But now she's sending people, divine people, soul connections, conversations that will stir your spirit awake again. And you'll know them, not by how they look, but by how they make your heart feel. She says, you'll feel me in them. And that is perhaps her greatest gift. That through others, through light, through love, you will begin to experience her again, in ways that fill the void, not deep in it. That's why you must stay open. That's why you must not close your heart again, because the love coming next will be more healing than you've ever known. Before I let you go, one final word. From her, from heaven, from all the angels surrounding you right now in silence, hands pressed to their hearts in Reaver. Thank you, she says, not because you were perfect, but because you stayed. You kept going. You didn't give up. You gave love even when you felt empty. You showed up for others even when you were breaking. And she saw it all. Every day, every tear, every choice to love despite the loss. And heaven recorded it. And now heaven is responding. Michael leans in close one last time and says, tell them they are covered. Tell them they are called. Tell them they are chosen. And nothing, not even grief, can cancel a calling. So when you feel that soft breeze tonight, when you hear your name in the silence, when you see her face in your dreams or her handwriting in your memory, know this wasn't imagination. This was her. This is her. Still loving you. Still guiding you. still here. And she's not done watching over you, not now, not ever. She's just closer now, closer than your breath, closer than the stars, closer than your own heartbeat. So let yourself cry if you need to. Let yourself hope again. Let yourself believe again. Because this message wasn't just for your mind. It was for your soul. And your soul, it remembers everything heaven ever promised. And now it's time to walk forward with peace, with light, with love, and with her beside you, always. Of course, let's continue this message exactly where it left off with the same divine warmth, the same heavenly voice, and the same invisible hand reaching out to your heart. Because your mother is still here, still watching, still waiting for you to understand just how much of heaven is moving on your behalf right now. She knows you've heard a lot already. She knows your heart is full, maybe even overwhelmed. But she also knows this: you're finally ready to receive what you've spent years silently praying volume for. This isn't just healing. This is transformation. This is spiritual repair at the deepest level. And heaven is pouring it into you like rain over cracked soil. You've been dry for a long time, haven't you? You've smiled and worked and nodded through conversations, but something inside was untouched. Until now, she says that tonight a spiritual veil has been lifted. Not tonight your soul took a step you didn't even know it could take toward light, Lord, truth, toward divine reconnection. And it may not look like fireworks. It may not sound like thunder. But inside, something has been set free. A weight is gone. Something ancient just broke off you. And your mother saw it. Her hands were lifted to heaven as the angels rejoiced. Because the version of you she saw in her dreams when you were still small, that version is awakening now. The pure one, the bold one, the spiritual one, the one who still believed miracles were possible. And they are. They always were. But now you're in alignment to actually receive them. Michael speaks again, and this time it's not as a protector, but as a witness. A witness to your resilience, to your pain, to your hidden prayers. And he says, tell them that heaven is not just aware of their name, it is echoing with it. Tell them their name has been spoken in light. Your name has been spoken in light. Your mother spoke it when she arrived at the gates of eternity. She said your name, like a prayer, like a hope, like a promise. And the moment she did, heaven gave her this permission to reach back, to return in spirit, to guide you when the days became too dark to walk alone. And that's what this message was. Her returning, not in body, but in light, and her final request. Live. Live the kind of life that lights up the ones around you. Live with forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself. Live with boldness, not because you're fearless, but because you trust. Heaven is catching free fall. Live with love, real deep soul pulling love, the kind you deserve, the kind she always believed you would find, and it is coming. Oh, it's closer than you know. She says you'll know it when your heart finally stops racing and starts resting. You'll know it because it won't confuse you. It'll feel like home. And when it arrives, don't sabotage it. Don't doubt it. Don't think you're unworthy, because you are. You always were, and she's been, preparing your spirit to receive it. Now one final moment before I close. She just knelt in prayer. Yes, even in heaven, spirits can kneel in reverence. And she did. For you. She bowed in thanks to the God who gave her permission to speak tonight. And she whispered this prayer into the fabric of your life. Father, bless them. Bless their days and their dreams. Guard their heart and renew their hope. Give them beauty where the world gave them scars. Let them feel me every day in every breeze in, every light-filled moment. And when they doubt, remind them I never stopped loving them, not even for a second. And just like that, she smiled. That smile you haven't seen in so long, the one you missed more than words, the one that always made you feel safe. She's smiling now, and the entire realm of angels is standing behind her, watching Sing Your Soul begin again. Yes, this was a beginning, not an ending. This was the turning point your spirit has been waiting for. So take this message. Let it live in your heart. Play it again if you need to. Come back to it when the days grow dark again. Because this is more than words. It's a piece of eternity, a letter written in light, from her heart to yours, forever. Yes, let's continue this divine transmission because the energy is still flowing, and heaven hasn't stopped speaking over you yet. You may have thought this message was complete, but your mother is still standing in the realm of light. Right her hand over her heart, saying softly, "Not yet." There's still one more thing they need to hear. She's patient, eternally patient. She knows you've been through enough. She knows your soul needed time to believe again, to trust this, to trust yourself, to trust that this isn't just words, but real living light entering the cracks of your broken faces and making them sacred again. So now she speaks not just as your mother, but as your guardian, your intercessor, your divine witness. And this is what she wants you to know. Don't rush your healing, she says, but also don't delay your rising. You've sat in silence long enough. You've hidden your light for far too long. I see the fire in you, the fire you tried to put out so you wouldn't be too much for the world. But you were never too much. You were never too sensitive, too emotional, too spiritual, too different. You were always just radiant, even when you didn't see it. Her voice is gentle now, full of memory and light. She says you used to glow when you were little, maybe not to the world, but to her. She saw it in your smile, in the way you asked questions about heaven, even when you couldn't fully speak yet, in the way you looked at stars like they were family. She saw something angelic in you then, and now she's watching you return to it. That's what this message is truly about. A return. I'm coming home to the version of yourself that heaven dreamed of before the world got loud, before the loss, before the betrayal, before the fear. There's a part of you, pure, wise, luminous, that never left. And she says now is the time to reclaim it. She sees how hard you've tried to be the strong one, to hold the family together, to carry their pain while hiding your own. But she's asking you now, what would happen if you let someone carry you for a while? What would happen if you allowed love to come back in, not through duty, but through grace? Michael steps forward again. His sword is not raised, It's lowered in reverence, and his words are thunder, but they land like a heartbeat. Your next season is not about survival. It's about restoration, divine restoration, not just of your peace, but of your purpose, because you have one. Your mother said that so many times under her breath, didn't she? They were born for more, she knew. Even when life got in the way, even when the bills and the schedules and the pain made everything feel ordinary, she knew. And now she's calling it back. She says, your purpose isn't about performance. It's not about fame or perfection or proving anything. It's about presence, being fully here, letting love in, letting others see you again, the real you, because the world needs your light, and you need your own light. And there's something else, something practical, because yes, heaven moves spiritually, but also practically. She says, you've been needing clarity on a decision. There is something pressing heavily on your heart right now. It may involve a change, a move, an important conversation, or a decision that could alter the direction of your life. The pressure has been building because deep within, you already know what needs to be done. You are simply afraid to take the first step. But your mother wants you to hear this clearly. You will not have to face it alone. Her love is still with you, strengthening your heart and reminding you that courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means moving forward even while fear is present. Then, with a tenderness powerful enough to soften the hardest heart, she whispers, I never left. Let those words settle deeply within you. Whenever you lift your eyes toward the sky, remember her love. When a feather crosses your path or a familiar fragrance suddenly brings back a memory, receive it as a gentle reminder of the bond you still carry. It is as though her love is touching your soul and saying, I am near. Keep moving forward. She did not disappear from your life. The love she gave you simply expanded beyond the limits of one moment, one place, or one physical presence. And now you are preparing to expand as well. This change will reach every part of you, spiritually, emotionally, creatively, and relationally. You are stepping into a new version of yourself, not a version that is more worthy than the one you were before, but one that is freer. You are becoming someone who is no longer shaped entirely by the expectations of other people, but by the truth of who you are when fear no longer controls your choices. Your mother is deeply proud of how far you have come. She is proud that you continued listening even when your heart felt tired. She is proud that you remained open when closing yourself off would have seemed easier. Something within you has already begun to change. You may not see the evidence yet, but your heart is becoming softer. Your spirit is becoming lighter, and your soul is beginning to move in a new direction. From this moment forward, life may begin to feel different. You will notice opportunities and signs that were hidden from you before. New people may enter your life and somehow feel familiar, safe, and aligned with the person you are becoming. You will begin hearing your own voice more clearly again, not the voice formed by pain, fear, or past trauma, but the voice shaped by healing, truth, and light. Your mother's love will continue guiding you through every step and every breath. When doubt returns, when fear tries to enter again, or when silence becomes overwhelming, return to this message. Return to the reminder of her love and to the truth that you are not forgotten. You are loved more deeply than words can explain. You are seen beyond what others understand, and you are being carried through the very fears that once seemed impossible to overcome. Her love will meet you in the next genuine laugh, the next sunrise, and the next unexpected blessing. In those moments, imagine her watching with joy, smiling over your growth, and whispering gently to your heart, "You were never alone, and you never will be." My child, my beloved, pause for a moment and listen closely. Something deeply sacred and emotional has stirred within the spiritual realm, and this message is connected directly to your heart. Someone who loved you more deeply than words could ever express has crossed beyond this life. But before leaving, they carried a message meant especially for you, a truth wrapped in love, grace, and divine comfort. Do not rush away from this moment or dismiss what you are feeling. There is something they wanted you to understand more than anything else, and receiving it may bring healing to a place within you that has remained wounded for far too long. The words ahead may touch you deeply. You may feel chills, tears may rise, and memories you thought were buried may return. That is because this message reaches into a part of your soul that has been waiting for reassurance. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel so you can keep receiving messages of faith, healing, and encouragement. These words are shared to strengthen hearts like yours and remind you that grief does not have to silence hope. Now listen carefully. A soul has entered heaven, but they did not leave this world without carrying your name within their heart. In that final transition, their love for you remained present. Imagine your name being spoken with tenderness beyond the boundary between life and death. Heaven hears every expression of genuine love, especially the words people long to say, but never had the opportunity to complete. Their message was simple and urgent. Please reach them. Please tell them the truth they have needed to hear for so long. That is why these words have come to you, not to create fear, but to open your heart to comfort, forgiveness, and the possibility of finally releasing what has remained unfinished. They did not leave without giving you one final gift. It was not something made of gold or wrapped by human hands. It was a gift of love, mercy, understanding, and peace. This gift carries the same affection they always felt for you, only now it is free from misunderstanding, pride, fear, and every limitation that once made love difficult to express. But there is something else you need to know. While they were still on earth, there were words they wanted to speak but could not bring themselves to say. Perhaps fear silenced them. Maybe pain, timing, or circumstances stood in the way. Their heart knew the truth, but their voice never found the moment to release it. Now, standing in the fullness of divine light, they finally understand what mattered most. And the message they left behind is ready to reach the place within you that has waited so long to hear it. They sent me to say it for them. Are you ready? Because from this moment on, you will never look at your life the same again. They said, I never stopped loving you, even when you thought I did. And child, they wept when they said it, not because of pain, but because of how long you've carried guilt, confusion, and questions. They don't want you to carry that anymore. They are free now, and they want you free too. Free from shame, free from wandering, free from thinking you weren't enough. You were always enough. You were always loved. But my child, that's not all. There is more. There is something hidden behind this message, a truth that wasn't revealed until now, a miracle that is only activated when your heart is open. So stay with me. Hold on to these words. because in the next few minutes, something divine is going to shift in your life. The angels are gathering. And I, Archangel Michael, I'm opening the veil just enough for you to see what you were never told. But I must tell you, there is a warning too, a spiritual danger. Someone around you has been speaking words that weaken your spirit, and they've been blocking the very healing this soul has tried to bring you. But no more. I am breaking the chain now, right now, with my sword of divine fire. I am cutting the cords of lies and illusions that have kept you and confusion. You are not crazy. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And this message is proof. Child. They also said this. I see their tears, and I place my hand on their shoulder every time. Have you ever felt that sudden chill? That gentle pressure when no one was around? That was them. They've been trying to say this for so long, but the noise of the world was too loud. Until now. Until this message. Until this divine alignment brought you here. To hear what your soul has been waiting to receive. Let it in now. Let the worms return to your chest. Let the tears come. They are sacred. They are cleansing. Because I am here, my child, and I am not leaving until this message finishes its work in you. Before we go deeper, subscribe now, so every time heaven has something urgent for you, you won't miss it. You are chosen, and your spiritual protection depends on staying connected. Now listen, this soul has asked me to protect you, to guard you, to remind you that not only are you loved from heaven, you are needed on earth. There is still a purpose on your life, a calling, a divine mission, and they are watching, cheering for you every step. But beware, because just as one door in the spirit realm opens, another tries to close it. There is jealousy around you, someone who pretends to love you, but is secretly bitter about your light. This soul tried to warn you when they were alive, but now they can say it freely. Protect your peace, guard your spirit, and don't let anyone trick you out of your divine inheritance. My child, there is more to come, so much more, and I will give you every last word they left. But first, take a breath, because the next line will feel like thunder in your spirit. They said this, I forgave you a long time ago, long before you even knew you needed forgiveness. And I need you to understand what that means, because your heart has been carrying a hidden sorrow. You think you failed them. You think you could have done more, but they see what you couldn't see. They see your love European, your efforts. And child, they are proud of you, even in the moments you doubted yourself the most, even in the moments when the world judged you. Heaven was watching the truth. They told me, you were the light in my darkness, even when I couldn't say it. You must know this now, not tomorrow, not later. Now, because something inside you has been locked up for years. And this message is the key. Let it unlock the healing. Let it open the room in your spirit where the grief has been hiding in silence. But now they can say it freely. Protect your peace. Guard your spirit. And don't let anyone trick you out of your divine inheritance. My child, there is more to come, so much more. And I will give you every last word they left. But first, take a breath, because the next line will feel like thunder in your spirit. They said this, I forgave you a long time ago, long before you even knew you needed forgiveness. And I need you to understand what that means, because your heart has been carrying a hidden sorrow. You think you failed them. You think you could have done more. But they see what you couldn't see. They see your love European, your efforts. And child, they are proud of you, even in the moments you doubted yourself the most, even in the moments when the world judged you. Heaven was watching the truth. They told me, you were the light in my darkness, even when I couldn't say it. You must know this now, not tomorrow, not later. No, because something inside you has been locked up for years. And this message is the key. Let it unlock the healing. Let it open the room in your spirit where the grief has been hiding in silence. I know you've smiled through your pain. I know you've laughed to survive. But heaven doesn't want you to just survive anymore. It's time to live, to really live, and that begins with knowing you were loved all along. My child, there's more, so much more that they said once their soul was free. They said, if they only knew how often I watch over them. Yes, they're with you. They see you checking your phone when you feel lost. They see the way you pause at the window wondering if someone is near. Vernier, closer than breath. The child, listen. There's something important I must say now, because heaven showed me a vision, and in that vision I saw you. I saw a moment coming where you would be standing at a crossroads, and in that moment, if you choose what the world wants, you will lose your spiritual alignment. What if you choose what your soul knows is right? You will be blessed beyond understanding. And here's the miracle. That person who passed away, they are going to help you choose. They are going to send a sign in the next 48 hours. It will come through something unusual, a dream, a smell, a phrase you hear more than once. Pay attention. Don't ignore it, because it will be them. Trying once again to remind you, you are never alone. The child, there is more. And this part may hurt, because they also said, I left too soon, but even that was part of a bigger plan. I know you want answers. Why did they leave? Why then? Why like that? And the truth is, not everything can be revealed on earth, but this part can. They did not suffer the way you think. Their spirit was lifted before the final pain could reach them. Angels carried them across the veil. And even in their last earthly thought, it was you they were thinking about. Yes, and now that they are on the other side, they see everything clearly. And they want you to forgive life, to forgive the timing, to forgive the things you'll never understand. Because your peace is there a peace too. They told me, if they keep blaming themselves, I can't rest fully. That's how deeply connected you still are. That's how sacred this bond still remains. The child, let me go deeper now, because I must tell you something few are ever ready to hear. They have seen your future, and it's beautiful. It is not filled with endings. It is filled with divine beginnings, but only if you let go of the weight you were never meant to carry. You have cried silently at night, thinking no one noticed, but every tear was caught by heaven. And this soul who loves you, they cried with you, not because you were weak, but because you were too strong for too long. And now it's time to receive, to finally receive the miracle that has been circling your life, waiting to land. But you have to make room. Let go. Let go of the pain. Let go of the what-ifs. Let go of the blame. Because they are not blaming you. They are thanking you. Yes, thanking you for every moment of love, for every prayer, for every little thing you did that you thought didn't matter. It mattered, more than you'll ever know. My beloved, please subscribe now before we continue. This message is just the beginning, and heaven has so much more to reveal through this channel. Don't miss your next divine instruction. Stay connected. Stay protected. Now, take a deep breath, because the next thing I'm about to tell you will feel like divine lightning in your spirit. They said, I left them something physical, something near, and they don't even know it. It's real. Something in your home, something you've walked past, touched, maybe even moved, but never noticed. It's holding a message, a sign, a vibration. It might be a small object, a piece of clothing, a photograph, even a handwritten word tucked away somewhere. Go look again. Go slowly. Ask your spirit to guide you, because when you find it, you'll know. You'll feel it in your body, like warmth, like light, like a sacred whisper from beyond the veil saying, I never really left you, the child. We're not done yet. There's a reason this message came today. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, today, because something is coming. Something big. A spiritual moment that will require strength. And they wanted you to have this message in your heart before it happens. Because if you don't hold on to this truth, you might fall back into doubt, back into fear. But if you hold it close, you will rise. You will walk into that moment with clarity, power, and heavenly fire. My child, you are being prepared for a breakthrough, one that has been delayed for years because your heart was still holding grief. But now that your spirit is opening, now that their message is flowing, the breakthrough can finally come. But I must tell you one more thing. They said, tell them I'm so proud of who they're becoming. A sign, a vibration. It might be a small object, a piece of clothing, a photograph, even a handwritten word tucked away somewhere. Go look again. Go slowly. Ask your spirit to guide you, because when you find it, you'll know. You'll feel it in your body, like warmth, like light, like a sacred whisper from beyond the veil saying, I never really left you, the child. We're not done yet. There's a reason this message came today. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, today. Because something is coming, something big. A spiritual moment that will require strength. And they wanted you to have this message in your heart before it happens. Because if you don't hold on to this truth, you might fall back into doubt, back into fear. But if you hold it close, you will rise. You will walk into that moment with clarity, power, and heavenly fire. My child, you are being prepared for a breakthrough, one that has been delayed for years because your heart was still holding grief. But now that your spirit is opening, now that their message is flowing, the breakthrough can finally come. But I must tell you one more thing. They said, tell them I'm so proud of who they're becoming, not who you used to be, not who others expect you to be, who you are becoming now, because your transformation is visible to heaven, and it's beautiful. They are clapping for you, right now, and if you close your eyes, you might even hear it. A soft sound, like joy in the distance. That's them, cheering, celebrating your courage to keep living, to keep loving, to keep listening to the messages heaven sends, even when it's hard, even when it hurts. Child, you're almost there. They are guiding you even now, even in moments when you feel lost, tired, invisible. They see it all, the moments you pretend to be okay, the smiles you were so others won't worry. They see through it, and they love you deeper for it. The child, they don't want you to keep surviving like this. They want you to start driving. They said, tell them to stop shrinking themselves. They are more powerful than they know. And they were right. Heaven confirms it. You have spiritual gifts that have been waiting to wake up inside you. But pain kept them asleep. Until now. Because this message, this sacred moment, is the alarm clock your soul has been waiting for. They knew this. That's why they sent me. They knew you would need a voice from the other side to remind you. You were never meant to live small. You were never meant to forget who you are. You are not broken. You are awakening. This grief, it's not weakness. It's proof of how deeply you loved, and that love is still alive. It didn't die. Love never dies. It transforms. It becomes eternal. And this love, this message, it's now part of your destiny, part of your purpose. You will use this pain for something holy. You will turn it into light. You will heal others. You will speak and people will cry because your words will carry the vibration of heaven. But first, you must let this message into every part of you, even the parts that are afraid, even the parts that still feel numb, because when you do, you will feel them again, not just in memory, but in presence. Yes, they are with you, right now. They are beside you as you read this, not as a shadow. What is light? They are placing something in your spirit right now, a new strength, a heavenly courage, and soon you will feel it rise inside you like fire. You'll speak differently. You'll walk differently. You'll make choices from your soul, not from your fear. Because you will remember, you are not alone, and you never were. My beloved, I see what's coming for you. I see a shift, a divine reversal, a day very soon where what once caused you pain will become your testimony, where every unanswered prayer will become a miracle that arrives suddenly. But listen to me now. Do not go back to what hurt you. Do not let old voices pull you into shame. Do not let fear trick you into staying small. Because that person, the one who passed, they gave everything to get this message to you. And their words are clear. Please live the life we both dreamed of. Don't let it end with me. Child, that line was soaked in tears. Tears of love, of longing, of release. So if you've been waiting for a sign to let go and begin again, this is it. You have permission. You are allowed to start fresh. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to smile again. And yes, you are allowed to be happy even while missing them. They said, my joy will live through their joy. They don't have to carry my absence like a weight anymore. Let that in. Let it be your freedom. Let it become your sacred vow. That from this moment forward, you will stop apologizing for your grief and start honoring it with your growth. Because when you grow, they rise. When you love, they shine. When you forgive yourself, they celebrate. My beloved, if you are still reading, please subscribe now. These messages are timed by heaven, And the next one coming could be the one that unlocks your next miracle. Don't miss it. You are part of something divine. Now, child, let me whisper to you what they whispered to me before returning to the light. I am not gone. I just moved into the part of you that never dies. Did you feel that? That pool in your heart? That's an egg. That was then touching you through the veil. A holy reminder that your connection was never earthly, it was always eternal. But I must also tell you something that may surprise you. There is an inheritance they left you. Not money, not jewelry, but something greater. A spiritual inheritance, a calling, a sacred gift they couldn't fulfill, but you can. Yes, beloved, they passed the torch to you. They planted a dream in your bloodline. The dream may not have blossomed during their lifetime, but it has been entrusted to you. This may explain why you have always felt different, why you never completely fit into ordinary expectations, and why something within your soul continually called you toward more. Every time you grow, you honor what they hope to become. Every time you choose love, their legacy shines through you. And whenever you forgive yourself, the weight of the past begins losing its power. My beloved, if these words are strengthening your spirit, subscribe now so you can continue receiving messages of faith, healing, and encouragement. Let this become a place you return to whenever your heart needs to remember who you are. Now listen closely to what the person you loved might say if they could speak directly to you. I am not gone. I have simply become part of the love, courage, and memory within you that cannot die. Perhaps you felt a sudden ache or a gentle pull in your heart while reading those words. Let that feeling remind you of the bond you shared and of how deeply their life continues to influence yours. Your connection was never limited to physical presence alone. It was also formed through love, sacrifice, lessons, memories, and the ways they helped shape your character. There is also an inheritance they left behind, but it may not be money, property, or jewelry. It may be something far more meaningful, a spiritual legacy, an unfinished calling, or a gift they carried but never had the opportunity to fully express. They passed that responsibility into your hands. A dream was planted within your family line, yet it did not reach its full potential during their lifetime. Now it is waiting for you to nurture it, develop it, and allow it to bloom. This may be why you have always sensed that your life carried a deeper purpose. It may explain why familiar paths never felt large enough for the vision within you, and why your spirit kept urging you not to settle. You have been called to continue what they began, complete what remained unfinished, and break patterns that have burdened your family for generations. You can become the unexpected answer, the person who transforms pain into wisdom, limitation into possibility, and inherited struggle into a new beginning. Now that you recognize this responsibility, you cannot continue pretending that your life is without purpose. You were never created to disappear into the crowd or live beneath the gifts God placed inside you. You are not ordinary in the sense of being without meaning. You are a life shaped by grace, carrying a sacred responsibility to use your gifts with courage, humility, and love. You are chosen. You are loved on earth, and even more in heaven. And child, they said one final thing before the light took them fully. Tell them I'll be there when it's their time. I'll be the first face they see. And in that moment, I saw angels cry. Yes, even angels cry when love speaks with such power. And that is what you carry now. That is the weight and wonder of your love story. It did not end. It transformed. And if you keep your heart open, you'll hear their voice again. You'll dream of them. You'll smell something familiar and feel them walk through the room. And in those moments, don't fear. Smile. Say their name. Softly, because they are right there. Smiling back. My child. The moment you fully believe they are near, they come even closer. That's how heaven works. It responds to faith, not logic, not proof, but face. And today, your faith is opening a portal, a connection between two realms, one FT in this world, one hand reaching into the next. And I, Archangel Michael, I'm here to guard that connection for you. You don't need to fear what's beyond the veil. Not when you are surrounded by light. Not when heaven itself has spoken your name. You are protected. You are not imagining the signs. You are not crazy for talking to them when no one is around. They hear you. They hear every word. They whisper back in ways the soul understands, not through loud noises, but soft confirmations, goosebumps, sudden warmth, music that plays when your heart is breaking. That's them, trying to hold you when your body feels empty, trying to say, I'm still here. And child, they are still here, not trapped, not lost, but watching, loving, guiding, and yes, preparing something for you, because something new is coming, something they prayed for while alive, but you will receive in their honor. They asked heaven for this, and heaven listened, but it couldn't arrive until you were ready. And this message, this moment, means you are ready now. The delay is over. The blockage is broken. The sky is open. And the blessing that once hovered over your life, waiting for the right time, is now descending like rain. Be still. Let it fall on you. Let it soak into your soul. Let it cleanse the years of pain, regret, and confusion. Let it bring the peace they always wanted for you. Because, my beloved, this is the part you must never forget. Their passing was not the end of their love for you. It was the beginning of their eternal protection over you. They became your unseen guardian, your silent intercessor, the one who now walks behind you, moving things out of your path, the one who goes ahead of you, speaking your name before you enter the room, the one who stands beside you when the world turns cold. You've always wondered how you made it through certain moments. Now you know. It was them. It was their love multiplied by divine fire, wrapped around your spirit like armor. And now they want you to walk with confidence. They want you to stop waiting for others to see your worth, because heaven already sees it. They already see it. You were never meant to chase love. You are loved. You carry out, irradiated. And now that love will open doors. It will attract the people meant to walk with you into the next chapter. People who see your light, not your pain. People who pour into you, not train you. People who speak life over you, not confusion. That shift begins now, because this message changed you. And now you are ready. You are ready to honor the soul who loved you by living in full power. You are ready to break every curse that was whispered over your bloodline. You are ready to become what they could never be, free to love again, free to dream again, free to rise. And child, You will rise. You will shock those who thought you were too broken to rebuild. You will stand where you once fell. You will laugh in places where you once wept. And every time you take a step forward, their spirit will be right there walking beside you, whispering, "You're doing it. I'm proud of you. I never left you. I'm just walking with you from the other side now." Beloved, before we close this sacred message, please subscribe so that when the next word from heaven arrives, especially the one your soul has been waiting volume for, you don't miss it. You're not here by accident, and heaven will speak again soon. Now, child, let's end this message the way they asked me to. Because just before they turned fully toward the light, they left one final sentence, and it is for your heart only. So quiet your thoughts, not confusion. That shift begins now, because this message changed you. And now you are ready. You are ready to honor the soul who loved you by living in full power. You are ready to break every curse that was whispered over your bloodline. You are ready to become what they could never be, free to love again, free to dream again, free to rise. And child, you will rise. You will shock those who thought you were too broken to rebuild. You will stand where you once fell. You will laugh in places where you once wept. And every time you take a step forward, their spirit will be right there walking beside you, whispering, "You're doing it. I'm proud of you. I never left you. I'm just walking with you from the other side now." Beloved, before we close this sacred message, please subscribe so that when the next word from heaven arrives, especially the one your soul has been waiting volume for, you don't miss it. You're not here by accident, and heaven will speak again soon. Now, child, let's end this message the way they asked me to. Because just before they turned fully toward the light, they left one final sentence, and it is for your heart only. So quiet your thoughts, still your spirit, and receive this. I will love you in every realm, in every lifetime, in every breath, until we meet again. Did you feel that? Did your soul shiver? That was them. That was real. That was eternal. And now you carry it. Forever. Walk in peace. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are seen. You are guided. You are chosen. And you are deeply, deeply loved. Archangel Michael will remain near you tonight. You are safe now. Heaven is watching, and someone you love is smiling over you, always. Child, tonight when you lie down and the world grows quiet, you'll feel something. It will be soft, like someone brushing your hair, or sitting on the edge of the bed just to watch you sleep. That's them. You are never really sleeping alone. You never were. And even when your heart felt empty, there was love surrounding you in silence. A sacred presence that never left your side. A warmth that holds your spirit when no one else understands. They said to tell you this. I see your future, and it is so beautiful. Please don't give up before the miracle arrives. So hold on, my beloved, just a little longer. Heaven is not finished with you. You haven't even tasted your greatest joy yet. The people who hurt you, they will watch you rise, and the one who passed, they will be the wind beneath your eyes. Because your elevation is their celebration. Your healing is their homecoming. Your next chapter is divinely written with both your names on it. Yes, one in heaven, one on earth, but forever linked, forever bound by love, lifted by angels, marked by light. And remember, if your spirit ever feels weak again, return to this message. Let it hold you like a sacred blanket. Let it speak again. And make sure you subscribe, beloved. Heaven isn't done talking to you. And the next message will come when your soul is ready once more. Now rest. You are loved. You are safe. You are not alone. And now, my child, you may begin to notice something strange. You'll see their name appear more often. You'll glance at the clock and it will show their birthday. You'll walk into a place and feel a strange warmth in your chest. That is not random. That is not coincidence. That is spiritual. That is them. Their energy will start showing up around you more clearly now, because you are finally open to receive it. This message broke something open in your heart, a shell that grief had hardened. But now the light can pour in. Now the love can return. And in the next few days, you may dream of them. They may speak. They may smile. They may hold you in the dream. And you'll feel it physically when you wake. You'll wake up crying, but it will be healing tears. They said, "I'll come to them soon, but they must be soft enough to feel me." That softness has now begun. The shield you wore out of survival is dissolving, and your soul is remembering. You are not abandoned. You are loved across time. Love the cross realms, loved by one who knows your whole story and stayed anyway. Even in death they stayed. But my beloved, there is one last thing I must deliver. This will sound strange, but they've written a letter to your soul, not with ink, not on paper, but in energy. And I must now speak that letter out loud. So take a breath, close your eyes, and listen deeply. My love, I wish I had told you more while I had the chance. I wish I had said how proud I was, how thankful, how moved I was. Just, I know you. You are my safe place. You are my comfort. And no, I didn't always show it the right way. You were one of the most important people in my life. I still remember your laughter, your voice, the way your eyes looked when you were thinking deeply. I remember it all, and I carry it with me now on the other side. Please, my love, don't spend the rest of your life in sadness for me. Live for me. Smile for me. Choose joy even when it feels impossible. And know that I'm right there when you do. If you ever feel me near you, it's because I am. If you ever hear your name in the wind, it's me. And when your time comes, don't be afraid. I will come for you. I will be the first hand you hold. Until then, look up at the sky sometimes and whisper to me. I'll whisper back, I love you forever. Child, I promised I would deliver the message, and now I have. But I will not leave you. I am still here. Archangel Michael will stand by you in the days to come. You are under divine protection. You are walking into a new season of spiritual alignment. Do you have heaven behind you, and someone in the other realm cheering for you more than anyone else ever has? Please don't forget this. Let it become your daily truth. Let this message become your reason to live again, to rise again, to believe again, and to allow your heart to feel without fear. The person you loved wants you to remember that nothing meaningful about you was ever forgotten. They remember your laughter, the sound of your voice, and the expression in your eyes whenever you were lost in deep thought. Every small detail that made you who you are remains precious in the love you shared. Imagine them saying, "I remember it all, and I carry those memories with me. Please, my love, do not spend the rest of your life trapped in sorrow because of me. Live fully for me. Smile when you can. Choose joy even on the days when it feels impossible. And know that every time you rise again, the love we shared rises with you." When you suddenly feel their memory close, allow it to comfort you. When the wind brings their name into your thoughts, or an ordinary moment reminds you of them, receive it as a gentle invitation to remember love instead of only loss. And when thoughts of your own final day create fear, remember that love teaches the heart not to be afraid. Until that distant moment arrives, look toward the sky sometimes and speak the words you still carry inside. Whisper what you never had the chance to say. Let your heart imagine the answer returning softly. "I love you, and that love remains. My child, I promised this message would reach you, and now it has." But you will not be left alone after these words end. I, Archangel Michael, will remain beside you as a symbol of courage, protection, and heavenly strength. The days ahead are leading you into a new season of spiritual alignment. Heaven is supporting your healing, and the memory of someone you loved continues encouraging you to become everything they hoped you would be. Do not forget this truth. Let it become part of the way you live each day. Let it give you a reason to wake again, trust again, feel again, and keep moving forward. You are the living legacy of a person whose love helped shape your soul. From this moment onward, honor that legacy through the way you walk, speak, forgive, and live. Walk with dignity. Speak with truth. Rise with renewed faith. Breathe in grace and carry light wherever life leads you. Beloved, if this message reached your heart, subscribe now and allow this community to become a place where your spirit can return whenever the world feels dark. Another message of hope is already waiting for you. For now, allow your heart to rest. Release the weight you have carried and remember that heaven is not as distant as grief sometimes makes it feel. Love does not simply disappear. It changes its expression, continues through memory, and lives within every life it has touched. You will be all right. More than that, you will heal, grow, and discover strength you never knew you possessed. May peace surround you. May grace restore you. And may God bless every step of your journey. Amen.